NamRA Kachenu, NamRA Kachenu, NamRA Kachenu, NamRA Kachenu, NamRA Kachenu, NamRA Kachenu, NamRA Kachenu. We are
NamRA, serving with passion.
Hello and welcome to this edition of NamRA Kachenu, where the focus is on tax, customs and excise matters. I'm your host Robert Skatongolo, keeping you company for the next half an hour or so. In recent developments, World Customs Organization provides training on harmonized systems and tariffs. NamRA staff attends to training on authorized economic operator. NamRA engages emerging farmers on key taxation aspects. All that and more coming to you in a while. One of NamRA's strategic objectives is to invest in its people. On that note, 30 NamRA staff members attended training on Customs Harmonized Systems, HS, intermediate course from the 8th to the 12th of May 2023 to enhance service delivery. Let's have a look at how the session went.
This is used for customs officials to, of course, classify the goods, but also to look at the regulations when goods are entering into the country. But it's also a good tool for the business to understand and comply with the regulations. And when they understand, basically what it does is to have a smoother and better trade, diminishing cost. As this is a tool which is used with all customs officers, we need to learn how to use this language for customs. For the customs officers, not only be able to classify the goods, but also to ensure uniform classification and ensure a fair revenue collection.
The Namibia Revenue Agency, NamRA, in alliance with the World Customs Organization, WCO, held a 4-day training on authorized economic operator. The team also visited Namib Mills Pty Limited, the only accredited authorized economic operator in Namibia.
So the World Customs Organization is working with the Namibia Revenue Agency in trying to expand its AEO program to be inclusive of safety and security requirements. Secondly, we want to make sure that there's participation of the entire value chain as well as the entire economic operators within the supply chain. This will be quite valuable to all the internal stakeholders working within the customs administration to make sure that we have an AEO program within Namibia as well as the Southern African Customs Union that is really contributing positively to the economic conditions of our various regions.
So the role of customs is shifting throughout the world. Customs are now looking for partners in business to make them achieve the same goals, which is to have international trade which is safe and secure. The way we do this is with this AEO program, the Authorized Economic Operator. Companies who become partners of the customs administrations, they can have many benefits for their customs procedures and also for other government agencies as well. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. We know as customs that we are securing the international supply chain, and companies, they know that they are some kind of VIP member for customs. So I think it will be very beneficial when NamRA, they are expanding their AO program.
The agriculture sector is a significant contributor to the country's gross domestic product, GDP, and a major source of state revenue. NamRA recently engaged emerging farmers on key taxation aspects related to this sector.
Of the Income Tax Act, you can read it towards section 27 to see what is a trade. And meaning a trade you need to operate to make a profit, or your intention should be to make a profit at the end of the day. This land. Those development are capital expenses. They are not claimed as a general expense under your trade. They should not create a loss, or they should not increase your loss. So they will be claimed over a period of 3 years.
Once we are certain that we have provided the livestock everything, we have looked at the grazing, we know what's lying ahead, we know it's a drought year, there's fodder production at the farm, there's everything. We have diversified our farming, we are doing well in farming. Then we start asking ourselves, how do I make money? Why am I not making money? How much do I owe in tax? Do we know this? Many farmers leave this part to somebody who sits somewhere whom they don't know and how to deal with. So where is the money going in our farming? And how do we know where the money is going? We know the condition of the livestock, we know the condition of the farming, the rangeland and everything, but do we plan and know about our books? How many farmers do this on a monthly basis? Shooting your profitability, you start asking now, am I making money? Am I making losses? How's my farming doing?
After a short break, we will be joined by our guest, Mr. Joseph Nanghonga, Senior Manager, Large Taxpayers Unit at the Namibia Revenue Agency.
We administer tax and custom laws so efficiently and consistently. We are ethical, effective in changing lives. We are there for you. This is your revenue. NamRA, serving with passion to positively impact the livelihood of every Namibian.
Good day, Mr. Nanghonga, and thank you for joining us here today at NamRA Kachenu.
Good afternoon, Robert. It's a pleasure to join you here this afternoon.
Now, Large Taxpayers Unit is a unit under the Domestic Taxes Department. What is their mandate, and how is it different from the other units within NamRA?
Thank you, Robert. Large Taxpayers Unit, as you have indicated, is a unit, it's a business unit under the Domestic Taxes Department of NamRA, and its primary mandate is to administer tax laws, specifically for those taxpayers that are categorized as large taxpayers. So we offer dedicated services to these taxpayers who are classified as large taxpayers in terms of the criteria. And these taxpayers are the taxpayers that contribute more revenue in terms of domestic tax collections.
I understand. Yeah. So how many taxpayers does the unit oversee, and in which industries does most of these taxpayers operate in?
These taxpayers, the taxpayers that we administer are operating in various industries. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as I said, the criteria is really those taxpayers that earn 75 million revenue per annum or more, or it's those taxpayers that are also in the industries such as the mining sector, which is the extractive sector, the financial sector, these are our commercial banks, the insurance companies, some of these large fishing companies, and so forth.
Is it? Can you perhaps say how many there are, a number of taxpayers maybe rounded?
Yeah, these are about only 937 taxpayers.
937
Yes.
taxpayers.
Yeah, and they are the ones that contributes the majority of domestic revenue.
How much tax revenue is collected annually from the large taxpayers unit?
Thank you, Robert. To start with the financial year that's just recently ended, 31 March 2023, the large taxpayers unit's contribution to domestic tax revenue collection was 19.6 billion Namibian dollars against a target of 19.2 billion. And during the previous financial year, we had a target of 16.2 billion, but then we did manage to collect 17.2 billion. That translates into 49% of domestic tax revenue collection. That's our contribution.
So with such a large and complex taxpayer base, how do you ensure compliance from these large taxpayers?
Compliance is very critical to these taxpayers because these are very important taxpayers. As I had earlier indicated that these are only about 937 taxpayers out of a total tax base of 900,000 something taxpayers. So managing their compliance and also ensuring that they get the dedicated service that they need to get, it's of utmost importance. It's very important that these taxpayers remain compliant because if they are not compliant, it will have ripple effects on revenue collection and the country at large. Hence, even recently, we have appointed a manager that is just dedicated to ensuring that these taxpayers get the best service they deserve in terms of ensuring that those that needs to be registered are registered, in terms of their filing, in terms of making payments, and also ensuring that their declarations to the tax administration are accurate and complete.
What are the key challenges your unit faces in ensuring compliance, especially on issues of cross-border tax evasion, aggressive tax planning, as well as base erosion and profit shifting?
Yeah, the challenges when it comes to ensuring compliance amongst the large taxpayers, especially on issues of cross-border tax evasion, aggressive tax planning, and base erosion, is that we first start with capacity. One needs to have capacity to deal with that. Our legislation is robust. We have all the legal provisions that we can use to administer these provisions. With the transfer pricing, the aim is really to determine whether the prices that the price and the conditions that connected parties or related entities are charging one another when they transact, if they are at arm's length. The arm's length principle mainly means that parties should charge each other prices as they would charge with non-related entities. And there's a lot of effort that goes into that because one has to do various tests, and these are complex transactions as they relate to companies in different tax jurisdictions and so forth.
Now, what recent improvements or initiatives did you undertake in the large taxpayers office to adopt and strengthen large taxpayers administration? And as well as, are there any future initiatives that you're undertaking?
Yes,
planning?
yes. Thank you, Robert, again. The initiatives, as we all know that our law is robust. Yeah, perhaps it's some areas that just need more enhancement in terms of enforcing the law. Like the transfer pricing legislation, we have it, and we have been conducting, or of late we have been conducting transfer pricing audits. That's also a sign that we are doing something in terms of trying to address this aggressive tax planning. Yeah, and in terms of capacity building, our developmental partners, such as the IMF, the Africa Tax Administration Forum, they provide us assistance, audit assistance to our auditors in ensuring that we remain on top of our game to tackle these issues of transfer pricing. Yeah, and in addition to that, Namibia being party to the Convention on Mutual Assistance in Administrative Assistance in Tax Matters, we are now also able to exchange information with other tax jurisdictions with the purpose to tackle cross-border tax evasion again.
Oh, that's very good. So any final remarks to the viewers out there who are under the large taxpayers unit, perhaps?
Yeah, my final remarks would be to really just sing the message of tax compliance, because as we say, taxes and duties build the nation. So I'm calling upon all large taxpayers to be compliant, because they are our important taxpayers. They are important to the revenue of this country, and we are ready and prepared to ensure that they receive the best service that they deserve from our office or unit, the large taxpayers unit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. It was an honor having you here on NamRA Kachenu.
Thank you so much, Robert.
Well, there you've heard it. That was Mr. Joseph Nanghonga at the helm of Large Taxpayers Unit in NamRA. See you after the break.
We administer tax and custom laws so efficiently and consistently. We are ethical, effective in changing lives. We are there for you. This is your revenue.
NamRA, serving with passion to positively impact the livelihood of every Namibian.
In the next insert, Shivita Ipinge, a specialist with the service desk and ICT support at NamRA, talks to us about her experience since joining the agency in October 2022.
I'm a farm girl. I grew up on the farm with my grandmother until the age of 7 years old. At 7 years old, I moved to Rebos to stay with my parents to start formal schooling. My primary school Warrington Primary School and Rebos Primary School, whereas I completed my grade 12 at Dr. Lemma High School. After grade 12, I started studying at the University of Science and Technology, formerly known as the Polytechnic of Namibia, in Information Technology. The year I graduated, I secured employment at the Government Institutions Pension Fund, and I worked there until August 2022. I have been a dedicated worker at GIPF for 15 years. I started my employment at NamRA in October 2022. I'm a wife to Mr. Ipinge and a mother to my 2 children, Dapandula and Talaohole. My family motivates me because my oldest daughter has dreams that even scare me. She has decided since grade 0 that she wants to become a pediatrician. She's turning 13 years old and she has not derived from that plan. She has shown me that her dedication and hard work and her discipline for her goals can be achieved by being the top 5 student of her grade every year since grade 1. She has written to the First Lady of Namibia to start an orphanage. She has already chosen a university abroad in grade 4. And then my parents also motivates me because they are now retired and I don't want them to lack anything. What I'm currently doing at NamRA is I'm the specialist ICT support and service desk. I oversee a team of service desk analysts and ICT support officers. Service desk is the heartbeat of the ICT department in service delivery and an strategic enabler. We are the single point of contact between the ICT department and the organization, where we handle incidents, service requests, problem management, change management, and the monitoring of the infrastructure environment. My future plans: God put dreams in our hearts and writes a destiny over our lives. I trust Him to make my dream come true and entrust me to it at the right time. My dream, my passion, service delivery. My long-term goal is to master my current position and move into a management role in my department. My words to the viewers out there: grace, because service delivery is such a two-way communication. We must learn to listen and then respond. Let's respond with grace, even if others don't.
Up next are the due dates in Setswana and Silozi.
Dumedisa baretsi, ke nna Margaret Swartse go tswa mo lefapheng ya lekgetho NamRA. Lefapha le ile la tsaya Ministry of Finance, Inland Revenue, ke sone se ka gompieno ke le bitsa NamRA. Ke hano baretsi go tla go lorokwetsa go ka tsenya dipapiri tsa lona tsa lekgetho ka nako. Jaanong ka Friday ka di 20th go na le dipapiri tsa lekgetho tse tshwanetse ke di tsengwe, mme dipapiri tsena ke tsa bathaopi ba rona. Gora gore bathaopi ba rona ba goga lekgetho kgwedi le kgwedi mo go rona. Jaanong e re ka di 20th tsa kgwedi le kgwedi ba ka tshwanela ke go le duela mo lefapheng la lekgetho. Go tswa hana lekgetho le lengwe le le tshwanetse ke le duele ke lekgetho la VAT import. Lo itse gore le tsamaisiwa ke badiri ba customs and excise. Lekgetho lewa le lone le tshwanetse ke le duelwe ka di 20th ya kgwedi le kgwedi. Go tswa hawa ka tlwaelo jaanong ke rona badiri ba direlang mothaopi a le mongwe hela, kgona ba direlang mothaopi ba le babedi. Go raya gore jaanong he bua ka ga individual tax, ke yone lekgetho le ya go le duelang ka kgwedi ya Seetebosigo a bala 30. Mongwe le mongwe wa rona o ka tshwana ke go ikatametsa mo lefapheng la lekgetho go tla go tsenya dipampiri ka nako le go tla go duela dituelo ka nako. Go tswa hana he na le lekgetho le le lone dipampiri di tshwanetse ke di tsengwe ka the 20th ya kgwedi le kgwedi, e leng gore e akaretsa lekgetho le gogwang mo go rona ha re reka dilo tsa rona mo ditorong mo mabenkeleng. Lekgetho lewa ke lekgetho le le tsenang ka kgwedi e bala 25, lone re le bitsa value added tax. Go tswa hana re be re tsamaya re ya ko kgwedi e bala 30 ya Loetse, September 2030. Gora gore lekgetho le le duelwang hawa ke lekgetho la baungwa ba dikgwebo. Baungwa ba dikgwebo le bone barui ke bone ba ba tsenyang dipampiri tsa bone tsa lekgetho, ke bone ba ba tshwanetseng ba duele dituelo tse di ka be di tshwanetseng ke go duela. Ka jalo ke eme jalo ke rokwetsa mongwe le mongwe wa rona gore o na le ditshwanelo tsa go duela lekgetho, ene ga se so se o ka se ganetsang. He tshwanetse ke he tsamaise melao ya lekgetho gore re se ka rana le mathata. Ke nna Ms. Swartse go tswa mo lefapheng la lekgetho ke re ke lebogile thetso ya moretsi ke lebogile thetso ya tsala ke re ka mo aine letsatsi ke lentle.
Azazi abutokwa au sichana sirukela kuziva mtelo walivyana zezwelela kwa ndanaha mtelo o ulifywa kwa livyana kafela zekena mwana mibia lizazi la kulifa ulifywa mazazi amashumi amaveri 20 akweli ye tatama asikafela kale mtelo wa vaverekisi valukela kulumela kamwa ya mapampiri amutelo wa vavereki vavona anze asupeza mavizo nuvupaki kwa vavereki vavona ituelo hamuho joni lisupozativo ya mtelo lizazi la mafero akulumela kimazazi amashumi amaveri 20 kuzwela kwa mafero akweli ya lungu asilimo samuso mtelo wa livyana ulifywa kiva tukavufela vava ing'olisize maferezo akulumela vupaki vavona kimazazi amashumi amaveri nyake talizoho 25 akweli ya mafero amusevezi mtelo wa vavereki kimutelo hatswa kimuso ozo kwa mali ali business ni vatu wanisevezi yavona mutelo wa vali business ni valimi ulumelwa hangwi kasilimo mafero akweli ya mwe munene mutelo wa mutu ali mumwi ulumelwa hangwi kasilimo mafero akweli ya mubuwana mutelo wa vali business zetuna valumelelwa kulifa mutelo famasherenge ang'ambekelo avafumana kwa business zavona nikulumela mitende ya miseverezo ya masherenge avona azwelela kwa lipanga mazazi akulifa ulifywa mafero akweli ya mwe munene.
Here are the benefits that you will get once you are a certified authorized economic operator with NamRA.
Are you dreaming of an expedited process of clearing of goods? Well, that can be realized by applying to become an accredited authorized economic operator. Here are the benefits: expedited clearance and pre-clearance of goods, flexible and non-intrusive inspection of goods, expedited VAT refunds, dedicated client relationship manager, and many more to ease your custom clearance struggle. The future of doing business in Namibia is AEO. Become an authorized economic operator today and give your business a preferential advantage.
Here is the trivia of duties.
Did you know, when it comes to air cargo clearance, the airway bill is the most important risk indicator when verifying the SA500 with the invoice. This guides and gives an indication on the country of origin to enable the correct duties to be paid in the right country.
NamRA. Saving with passion.
Have you ever wondered how you can file individual income tax returns for salaried persons at your own convenience or comfort? The next insert is just for you.
Good day, my name is Nesla Watanawa and I'm going to take you through on how to file your individual tax return on ITAS. Step 1. Log into the portal. Step 2. Click Return. Step 3. Click on My Return. Step 4. Search your return. Step 5. Select the return you want to submit. Step 6. Click on File the Return button. Step 7. Confirm on normal form for individual. Step 8. Scroll down to Schedule 3 for employment. Step 9. Open Schedule 3, click on Salary, Wage Amount, and click outside the box for the figure to appear. Step 10. Compare your figures. Ensure that the gross total amount corresponds to the Payee 5 or the Pay-As-You-Earn and pension. Step 11. Go to Schedule 17 to go check if the payee deducted is corresponding. Step 12. Go to Schedule 24. Indicate if you are the owner of the house you are residing in. If yes, click on Yes. If no, provide the owner's name and tax number. Also, indicate if you are in the possession of any company vehicle. Step 13. Scan your Payee 5, retirement annuity, or study policy and upload. If you do not have a retirement annuity or study policy, scan your Payee 5 and upload. Declare once you are done. Enter the verification code shown above and submit your return. Congratulations! You have successfully uploaded your income tax return. Thank you for watching.
NamRA. Saving with passion.
Remaining with taxpayer trader education, the next insert looks at how you can file income tax returns for dormant companies, provided that your company is not trading.
Good day, my name is Nesla Watanawa and I'm going to take you through on how dormant companies can submit their provisional tax returns on ITAS. Step 1. Log into your ITAS portal by entering your username and password. Step 2. Go to Returns. Step 3. Click on My Returns. Step 4. Click on Search Your Return. Step 5. Click on the provisional return you wish to submit. Step 6. Click on the File Your Return button. Step 7. Complete the form by entering 0 on estimated taxable income. Step 8. Scroll down to declare by clicking in the box. Step 9. Scroll up to enter the verification code. Step 10. Then click on the Submit button. Here is this episode's question. When is the due date for submitting income tax returns for individuals, for salaried persons and pensioners? Kindly email your answer to NamRA Kachenu at namra.org.na. The due date for submission is the 1st of June 2023. The winner will be announced in the next episode.
Before we close off, And with the due date fast approaching, here is the reminder to submit your individual salaried persons or pensioners' income tax return.
Good day. The Namibia Revenue Agency hereby wishes to remind the public that the due date for individual tax returns will be the 30th of June. You are therefore encouraged to register for e-filing on ITIS to file your returns. You can do this at your own convenience, whether it's at your house, office, or internet cafe, or alternatively visit our offices for assistance. We thank you and urge you to file your returns on or before the 30th of June. Goodbye.
NamRA, saving with passion.
And that brings us to the end of this exciting edition of NamRA Kachenu. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. But for now, from me, Robert Skatangolo, it's bye-bye.
Giving fairness and equality to all.